Hello, everyone. This is JPL, and today I'm joined with
Christopher
yes, and we're a podcast name in brackets.
in
Hello, Christopher. How are you
brackets.
doing today?
Oh, I'm doing terrible
Yeah,
because you're not here. And so
of
that
course,
means life is terrible.
of course. That's how life works.
Yes, it really is. If you don't have a John Lennon in your life is meaningless.
That is so true.
And that's why the Beatles isn't great anymore because there's no more John Lennon. But now we have John Lennon reincarnate, but he's not in the Beatles, so the Beatles still suck. But he is what makes podcast name in brackets amazing. Imagine if I did podcast name in brackets, it wouldn't be amazing. But because John Lennon,
It'd be super weird. Like, why would you be doing it? It's not your IP.
exactly.
My other host be like, "What the heck is this guy doing?"
He probably already is asking that.
Eh. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. No, but yeah, no, it's been a week since we departed. It's been fine. Yeah, it was a 2-day trip.
Yes.
Stopped at a hotel in between.
Mhm.
Couldn't sleep very much. Just laid in bed for like 7 hours. Then I got to like 3 in the morning, and I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna leave. So I left. Made it home on fumes.
Like that last hour, you're always like so delirious. Like I'm so close, but I'm so not close.
Right. Like I got to Bedford, and then then my body was like, I guess I'm gonna die now. So like I was fine until I got to Bedford. So like 30 minutes away, I'm like, cause I can do it. Just 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I don't know if I took a nap when I got home or not. I don't remember.
Oh my gosh.
It's like I know one of the first things I did, I laid on my bed
Mhm.
to be comfortable. Like, my bed. It's nice and soft and it's me.
So my bed wasn't nice and soft.
See, the difference is your room has weird circulation.
That's
So
true.
it's pretty warm all the time.
I'm always cold in my room, so.
It's because you're skinny.
Oh, but it's more than just me being skinny. I'm just cold in general. Like there are people at work who's like, I'm sweating, and I'm like, I'm chilling.
Mm.
So it's just me in general. So I try to keep my room as warm as possible, but I opened my window for you.
You could call that open, It was like
Well,
what?
you said that was
It,
okay.
it was a centimeter open. Like I did it for your sake because I knew that you got cold easily. Like
So one of the first things I did when you left was close my window.
was that bugging you the entire week? It's like, oh, windows
No,
open.
actually, at one point I wondered, did John close it? But no, it wasn't bad.
Right. I know I have a proper fan now, so I didn't need the phone to make noise. Big difference, feeling it on your
Yeah.
skin versus
Well,
imagining you have a cool breeze when it's not cool at all in the room.
but yeah.
Anyway, I'm old now.
Yeah. But we won't talk about that.
No,
I mean, I was kind of kidding, but if you don't want to talk about it, okay.
it's fine. I went to get ice cream.
That's all you did?
I also had my Pizza Hut.
Okay. Okay. That's it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
It's a low-key birthday.
Okay. Did you
You
call
know,
your parents?
yeah, at
Okay.
least I did that.
Okay.
You know,
I already got you a birthday present, so
yeah, plus I spent all my money on gas and hotel and food.
hmm
So, that's that.
Yep. So I started doing something a little crazy.
Let me guess.
I don't remember if I mentioned it to you or not, but I'm gonna assume I didn't.
Was it something about watching stuff?
No, I've barely watched anything since you've left. My brain has just been what's the word?
You went clubbing.
Mental overload. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Cool.
So like we've watched a few things with Stranger Things, but just my brain has honestly been tired. It's been harder to enjoy because my brain has just kind of been overworked. Speaking of Stranger Things,
You got to a cult?
so season 4, the upcoming season, they're gonna start leaning into gore.
Cool. It'll prepare you for Daredevil.
Yeah, pretty much.
hmm
So I'm not that excited, but whatever.
It's what you wanted.
Not like this.
It's gonna happen.
Anyways, I don't know how I feel about that, but anyways, I thought you would like to know that. Maybe that will get you to watch Stranger Things now.
No.
I'm kidding.
Anyway, I was on a film shoot today
Oh, were you?
as a background extra.
Was this part of your job or not?
No.
Was it school related or not?
Um.
Were people at school related?
Kinda. I mean, my
Kinda.
department sent us the information, and I was there. Anyway,
Okay.
it was fine. He was at a golf course.
Like a golf course or a little putt on a
A
pirate ship.
legit golf course at a
Oh,
country club.
okay.
Anyway, it like rained.
Oh no.
It like rained near the end, like to the point where they had to cancel the shoot after it started downpouring. But anyway, I got to shoot one thing. You could probably see my feet in the distance, about a mile away. I'm a little black dot and something. So there you go.
So you were essentially just pretending to go golfing
Yeah,
a
we had a
mile away?
club. I was
Nice.
just smacking things around. It was fun. Uh, I don't know when we're being called back to do the scene. They canceled tomorrow's shoot because it's raining again.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay. I don't really know like crazy things in my life right now. I mean, work, feeling overloaded, mentally overloaded.
Mentally overloaded.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll probably finish Stranger Things season 2 tonight, but
Right.
I haven't started a Pixar thing yet.
That's a shame.
I'll get to it. I don't watch as much on my own.
Of course not. That's why I was there. You didn't watch anything. Heck,
Yep,
like we could watch something right now, but I don't know.
we could, but I don't really want to. Because especially
Right.
if we have like 3 more episodes in Stranger Things. That's like 3 hours or whatever. So I want to save my watching time for that tonight.
Of course, of course.
I haven't been able to watch the past few days, so yay. Oh right. So the crazy thing, vinyl.
Yeah, I know what vinyl is.
Yeah, that's my crazy thing.
You bought a vinyl?
Player.
Oh yeah, you were saying.
Oh,
When did you buy it? When did you buy it?
yeah, I guess I did mention it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it while you were there. Yeah, so I picked it up on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Oh my god. Really? Sorry, you left a week ago, right?
Yeah, Monday.
Oh, bruh. I picked it up on Wednesday. That feels like 2 weeks ago. Oh my goodness. I would have sworn I had my vinyl player for 2 weeks. Nope. Wow. Anyways, picked it up on Wednesday. After work, went to the store, picked up a few vinyl albums that I'm familiar with. Because the original idea was like to go to a thrift store and just like pick up something for $1 just to make sure my player works, right?
Yeah.
But by the time we get off work, obviously all the thrift stores are closed, but not Target, right? So I go to Target and I pick up 2 albums, each of them about $25. And one of them I actually really enjoyed. The other one I'm not as familiar with, but I knew that if I gave more time, I would probably enjoy a bit. 50, like I get it, but I also don't on how expensive vinyl is. But the thing is, like, I think I mentioned to you, it's like I love music. I haven't gotten into vinyl, but I'll buy the occasional CD of like something I do enjoy, right? But it's just like I never really got understood vinyl, but I got the vinyl player for cheap, and it's not a great vinyl player, but it works. Entry level stuff, and it legitimately makes collecting physical media cool. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because, like, hey, like, like if you really like a movie, despite even having a digital copy of it, much less it on Disney Plus, it's nice to have a copy of it if you really, really like it, right? Right, John?
Yes.
Yes. So just kind of like that same feeling. It's like it would be just it's kind of cool to own some of it, and like it actually makes it kind of doesn't make it worth having. You know what I mean? Because I would buy the occasional CD, but I would just put it in a box, right? Because like I don't really have anything to enjoy CDs with, and even so, CDs aren't that enjoyable to use compared to vinyl, kind of, whatever. I don't know. I'm not like super swept up, but it got
Super
me.
swept up. No.
The bug got me.
The vinyl bug.
Oh, time to watch a trailer.
Do we now?
Yeah, because you don't want to hear me talk about
Right, but like
vinyl.
we're in the middle of a podcast.
But we have to watch a trailer, buddy.
Yeah, but we're in the middle of a podcast.
Buddy.
Ah. So like, what are we doing?
We're watching a trailer.
We're watching a trailer.
You want to do like a live reaction?
We can.
Yeah, let's do that. So I'm ready.
Anyway, the Thor: Love and trailer,
the Thor: Love and trailer.
the Thor: Love and Thunder trailer just came out 4 minutes ago. So
Yes.
apparently we're gonna watch it. All right, we just watched the trailer. Sure had some cool things, but I don't really care.
I don't know.
Yeah, Christian Bale, who looks like Christian Bale in white makeup.
I mean, I know I watched Dark Knight trilogy, but it's not like I know what Christian Bale looks like. I know that is Christian Bale, but just like,
It just looked like a bald Christian Bale in white.
Here's the thing. So like prior to the original teaser, like was I excited for the movie? Yeah. The original teaser didn't do anything for me, despite it was cool to see something of it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But this in some ways makes me more excited, and in some ways less excited.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see it. Of course.
Oh yeah, we will.
I mean, we'll see it. But like, I'm not as eager about it, you know? Sure. There's some cool things to see, but like, Jane, Thor.
Oh yay!
I mean, Jane's back,
Jay is back.
but like, I don't know.
Yeah,
They're gonna do something stupid with her. I'm sure.
I hope not.
I'm sure, because like, there's nothing not stupid about this situation. She's Thor. How? I don't know.
Jane is back. And what you said commentary. So is this whole movie gonna be narrated? We'll find out.
What do you mean? Is this whole movie gonna be narrated?
Korg is like, let me tell you a story. I will say though, I did notice that this trailer had less of an emphasis on the Guardians, which I don't think is bad. And in some ways, I think is more or less good because we got the tease of the Guardians in the original teaser. You know, that obviously makes people excited. But at the end of the day, the movie isn't Guardians of the Galaxy 2.5, right? It's Thor 4, you know?
Right.
So I kind of, in some ways, kind of like that the trailer made it more grounded around Thor. But I don't know.
I really don't care. I mean, we saw Gore. The villain is called Gore.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I really had nothing else to say.
Why did they have to do that last bit?
With the nude? I mean, you know that there's not going to be a blurry image in the final film.
I know. They're like, oh yeah, the girls love Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they do it.
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 But who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, so this week, what have I done this week? Nothing.
Oh yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah, nothing. Pretty much just laid around, slept. I watched Ben-Hur.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I saw that. The old one, right?
The old Ben-Hur. I enjoyed it, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was this for your first time?
It was my first time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but
Like,
okay.
I hadn't seen it. Like, I had no interest. But then, like, Gershner showed some clips in class, specifically talking about sound. And there were, like, some clips where I was like, oh, is that in this movie? Cool. I might want to watch that. So then I watched it. It was
Nice.
fine.
Nice.
Nice. Other than that, just like as normal anime.
Of course.
Of course. Why don't I just talk about it briefly for those listening? You have no understanding about what's going on. So, since last time, and this is pretty much what we saw during the trip. Your Lie in April, anime about this kid dealing with trauma and playing the piano. Then there was Raka, Brave of the Six Flowers, the one that never finished. And then there's Kotaro Lives Alone. It's the title. And then there was a good one called Erased, which was interesting, involving a little bit of time travel. And then I did a rewatch of Madoka Magica, which is fine, cool. And a bit of Assassination Classroom. There you go. That's my list.
There we go.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, if we have nothing else to talk about, do we have nothing else to talk about?
We do have something else to talk about.
What do we have to talk about?
I wonder, John, what else do we have to talk about? I feel like we talked ourselves out of everything since you came here, effectively ruining the future of this podcast. But no, we do have something else to talk about. But what else do we have to talk about?
See, you have to tell me quickly because if we're doing silence, I'm ending this.
Oh, crap. Okay, the battle mix.
Oh, the battle mix. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
The battle mix.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Yes.
Yeah.
Battle mix. You should have said something earlier.
Why? Because I knew we would have trouble talking, so I'm just like, let me bring it up.
You should have led with that.
Why? Why,
Like,
John? Why?
Battle mix. Okay, battle mix. Let's talk about it.
Should we?
I can end this right here.
No, we'll talk about it.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next musical mix, which we've been working on for almost a month now.
John has been. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, yeah. What we've been working on.
Which you've been listening to for over a month now.
On and off, yes.
Yeah, I worked on it years ago. Anyway,
really?
So no, I'm emphasizing how long it's taken me.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, on this battle mix we have from Fullmetal Alchemist versus Homunculus, from Portal 2, Bombs for Throwing at You, from Amazing Spider-Man 2, My Enemy, from Batman vs Superman, Is She With You, from Inception, Dream is Collapsing, from Batman Begins, Molossus, from Daredevil Season 2, Stairway to Hell, from Arkham Origins, Bane, from Return of the Jedi, Into the Trap, from Dark Knight Rises, All Out War, from Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, The Breaching of the Deeping Wall, and from Return of the Jedi again, The Return of the Jedi. That's the names, and on to you who listen to them.
Yes. So I felt like this one had a better progression from the previous mix. I mean, like the transition from My Enemy into Is She With You was kind of cool. Like had like similar vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean the stretch. And again, the stretch from Molossus, Stairway to Hell, Bane is pretty cool. Yeah, so in many ways, I felt like this mix was more consistent than the other one, which felt like while you did try to, make it even, you were still kind of like just highlighting.
Yeah, this
things.
one I spent more time putting stuff in, taking it out, rearranging over and over again until I finally sent it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a long process. It was many days in between classes just listening to music and deciding does this fit here, does it not. But it's fun.
I will say the one track that I do feel like is a little it's a little strange to me is Inception's Dream is Collapsing. I love it, but it's like out of like all the transitions, it's one of the hardest ones I feel. Like
Okay.
it ends well into Molossus, right?
Mm.
But from the Issue with You into Dreams Collapsing, I don't know. There's just something super distinct about the beginning a Dream is Collapsing. It's really hard for it to blend. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay, so why don't we start from the top with versus Homunculus?
Mm-hmm. So I did translate the songs from YouTube to Spotify, but one of the songs that I wasn't able to do that was the Full Metal Alchemist song. I mean, it's a battle song, but like nothing. Like it sets the mood of the playlist for sure.
Immediately throws you into it.
Yeah. So it's like a good intro.
Yeah, as most battles are, you don't slowly build to it. You just get thrown into it in more recent times.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the track, John?
Versus Homunculus?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's great, you know? Like, pretty much every time the characters fought those villains, they play this track. It's a pretty good track. I like this song. I like almost all the songs from that show. It's great. It's battle. It's music. There you go. Like, yes. I don't have an in-depth analysis of each one like I did with the other ones, because it's not as easy to do with battle music.
Yeah. So I'm going to struggle too, okay, John?
Okay. But we're just getting this thing over with.
Together.
Okay.
Okay. Portal. Bombs for throwing at you.
Help me, Lord. It was a long one.
That's the thing. It's not a bad track. It's just long. So
and
like
repetitive.
If this was like a 1 or 2 minute track, okay, but especially kind of like how glitchy it is or whatever, it's just like I mean, you told me like that's the length of the time you have to beat the mini game in the game or whatever. So like that makes sense. But like as a standalone track, it's not like, oh my gosh, what an amazing song. You know what I mean?
Video game tracks are harder to do because you have to make them, for most cases, so that they can loop over and over again for your battles or stuff like that. For this specific one, sometimes they'll have a timer in your final bosses where this is the amount of time the music will play, and then it'll transition once you get to a certain point. But if you don't get to that point, this is the whole song. When it ends, you end. So it is a long track, and it's not that easy to listen to because, again, it's so repetitive and it's made to be.
Mm-hmm.
But in basic, it is a fine track. But the game is great.
Yeah. What were your thoughts for including that specific track, though?
I was just thinking about like how to. Part of it was I wanted to have my enemy, but like my enemy starts with dubstep, and like it's one of the few songs here that has dubstep. So I decided, why don't I just put Portal because it has techno sounding music. There you go. That's my thought process.
Why? This would have been interesting. What if it all started with my enemy?
See, I thought about it, but I don't like the way my enemy starts.
Okay.
See, it doesn't really start. It almost starts like in the middle of something. It does. It really does. I'm just listening to it right now. It's not a start. It's that in between. So, yes, that was a thought thing. That's a thing I thought about. That's why it's higher up on here. But because it's not the beginning of something, I can't start a mix with it.
Okay.
But my enemy, I love my enemy. Like, yeah, that's my favorite theme from this movie in general was Electro's music, and it's great. Like the simple, everything about it, the dubstep, just the simple violins that play, the build up to it, the voices inside Electro's head that create the music as well. It's all like great.
This is just entertaining to listen to as a standalone track.
It is.
Which I feel like sometimes with scores, sometimes like when you think of scores, sometimes, especially if you're not so invested in it, or if you don't know like music theory or just how to write music, sometimes score music just kind of just sounds like score music. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this like feels unique. Like it feels like a song, and it utilizes its repetition to its best. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel repetitious like the previous track where it's like get it over with, but like it properly builds. It utilizes itself in the best spots.
Yes, and of course this song builds up to the confrontation with Electro and Spider-Man. Yeah. So that's the battle part of this battle mix.
Mm-hmm. I will say, one thing I'll praise about the mix is that, there are, some diverse picks in here because, again, sometimes we just think of, just big, grand sounding kind of music
Sure.
for battle. And you could have had the same song 10 times in a row, essentially. You know what I mean?
You can.
But the fact that, this felt relatively diverse throughout, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's always great to have a nice bit of battle music. It was really a toss-up between this and the confrontation with Green Goblin. But, like, Green Goblin takes so long to get to that part in the song that I just couldn't wait. So, anyway, we then transitioned to Is She With You, and you said that it sounded well in the transition.
Oh yeah, the transition from My Enemy to Issue With You was kind of one of the more smoothest. Both of the songs have a little more modern-esque elements without.
Right.
I mean, obviously, My Enemy does utilize the dubstep, but it's not a dubstep track per se. But like both of them utilize modern elements, but also still feels like score music in the best way possible.
Right. And of course, Is She With You has the electric cello for the
Oh,
giant
really?
theme. Yes. Which is the exciting part. Tina Guo is the name of that artist who does that. So, yeah, it's pretty much the Wonder Woman theme.
Mm-hmm.
When she shows up and they battle out this thing. Besides her theme, there are parts of the song that slows down, and of course that corresponds to what's happening in the film.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah, I'm not in love with the track. I like the
Yeah,
transition,
no.
but I'm not like in love with it. I feel like it's almost like the in between of the Portal track and the My Enemy track,
Yeah.
where the riff is kind of repetitious. Um, it's not as annoying like in the Portal track, but it also just doesn't feel like, for it being 6 minutes, it doesn't feel completely justified.
Right. And then of course there's battle going on with it.
Right.
Instead
So
of
obviously,
just
in the context of the movie, I bet it's great. But for one who hasn't seen the movie,
yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
also very important for your battle mix to tell the story of the battle going on in it. And like if you're cutting away to non-battle music, it will reflect in the music. Because here in the music, specifically with this one, they do cut away from the battle, and you can hear the cutaway,
Mm-hmm.
which is not the best thing to happen, but it happened.
And it can be done, but not always done well.
Yeah. Which brings us to, oh my gosh, Hans Zimmer, just
Dominates this playlist.
yeah, he does, because he's great it seems at this. So then we have Dream is Collapsing, another Hans Zimmer.
Inception.
And this pretty much happens
Right at the beginning, I believe.
right in the beginning, and also during the hallway fight.
Oh, really? Same track?
Yeah,
Really?
the same track, probably in a different song. It's the same theme, of course.
Okay, okay. That I could believe. It's classic, but again, it just does feel like the most. Like you were talking about like cutaway moments in Is She With You? This feels like the cutaway moment of the playlist.
Does
If
it now?
anything, like I almost feel like Molasses kind of does it better. Where I mean, I know we're not completely there yet, but like where like it's not full throttle. You know what I mean? In Molasses, but you know it still contributes itself to the battle mix, and I almost feel like that's almost like, you know, like it's almost like a perfect medium in like a heavy, you know, like third act scene, that both can support a battle and cutaway moments. I guess I kind of skipped there, but like also I was talking about like with the playlist in general, like Dream is Collapsing feels like a cutaway moment in all of this. So in some ways, Molasses does help bounce back after Dream is Collapsing. But,
Okay.
yeah. Anyways, Inception
Molasses.
soundtrack is classic. I love it.
Classic. Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer.
He's the man.
He's the man.
Until he's not.
So, John, when are you gonna watch Dune?
See, whenever I feel like it, Christopher, you can't force me.
I feel like there was that one point where I'm like, would be interesting if we watched Dune, but at the same time, we both weren't feeling it.
I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah. I don't know. I might want to watch it closer to when the second one releases. Engage my interest off that, you know?
I mean, who knows? I probably watch it when they're all done.
Gauging on their current progress, they're doing 3 movies for the first book. There's a handful of Dune books. How many Dune books?
I don't know. I don't really care.
8.
But here's the thing. I didn't watch Game of Thrones
movies.
until the last season.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that.
I waited till like the last episode of the show to come out, and then I binged the whole show.
How do you feel about the last season?
You know, yeah, it did really kill off all the momentum of the show.
But do you view it more favorably than others, or pretty similarly?
What do you mean favor? What do you mean by that?
There is an element because you binged it and not waited it out for like 10 years like everybody else did. Like,
here's the thing. I could tell that it was not as great.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it was still new to me. It was fine. I wasn't really excited. I just watched it. I was done.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I guess that's a bit underwhelming. Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
I could see why people don't like it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anyways, Molasses.
Back to Molasses.
I mean, I guess I already kind of said my thoughts about it.
Yeah. Song that takes place twice in the film.
Which I didn't realize until you told me.
Right. Yeah. Once with the Rachel in the Batmobile, and second with Gordon in the Batmobile in the train chase.
Amazing.
It's pretty much like Batman's theme is this song.
Mm. Is it the song that plays in the end credits?
I mean, a version. Yeah. Because Batman theme is the whole song, so. Let's move on to Stairway to Hell from Daredevil Season 2. A show you have not seen, but we'll see at some point.
Yes. Show that I've not seen, but we'll see at some point. That's so like, you know, Molasses did kind of feel like a cutaway moment in the best way. So Stairway to Hell starts off a little more low key, but then like
it
amps up.
builds up to the battle, of course.
Yeah. Is this the? I assume this is not the famed 11 minutes fight scene.
No, this is the season 2 hallway fight. So
Okay, so this is season 2's
this is
version
season
of that.
2. Yeah, season 2's fight scene on the stairway.
Okay.
Season 3, 11 minute is not entirely battle.
Okay. Gotcha.
But we'll get to that.
Okay. But yeah, no. Like this kind of reminds me a bit of the Bombs for You, where it's like intense, completely techno, but like that techno spirit, dare I say, that heavy pace. It's obviously shorter, but it's also not as grating on the ears. So yeah, it's a cool track.
Right. And I just like this fight with this song. It works. I don't have anything else to say. So then we go on to the Bane track from Arkham Origins for Bane's fight songs.
I remember like just sometimes listening to this playlist in the background and just continually being surprised that this track wasn't in a movie. This track is kind of cool. It's like one of my favorites on the playlist.
Yeah, I mean Christopher Drake, he does music for animated films mainly.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, they chose him to do the music for the game. So, which is cool. I really like the music from this game.
Mm-hmm.
And for Battle, Bane is one that came to mind. It was the shortest of the battle songs. The less repetitive as well. It's still repetitive, but it's not as long.
But also builds.
It builds as well. And it can easily be looped as well. And it really gives you a sense of the character you're fighting against. This big force.
So now we have Into the Trap.
For Return of the Jedi, a film you have now seen.
What is the scene?
Into the Trap is the scene where the spaceships arrive at the Death Star while they're gathering, about to fight, but then they realize it's a trap. And the guy yells, "It's a trap!" And there's the song.
Okay.
So most of this is like the build up to the battle as well.
Okay. Sorry, quick question. End of Mandalorian season 2.
Okay.
That was Luke Skywalker, right?
See,
I've heard.
I mean, you don't ask me that. Don't ask me that. You're gonna see it. Okay? Let you be recognizing it, okay? I know I told you a year ago when it came out.
No, it's not just you. That was the talk of the world.
Yes, it was the talk of the world. So if you want to believe it's Luke Skywalker, go ahead and believe it.
Okay, so if it's Luke Skywalker, why did they do the deepfake thing? Because obviously part of the talk about talent was the fact that it didn't look good. But if The Mandalorian is 30 years after the original trilogy, when it makes sense,
it's 5 years after.
5 years after.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. See, if it was 30 years, then they wouldn't need to do the deep fake on the guy.
Oh.
But because it's 5 years after, and because Solo didn't do well with recasting the actor, they decided to do the deep fake.
I saw a tweet with a quote from an interview that said after Solo, like the president of Lucasfilm said, "Yeah, we learned we can't recast actors."
I mean, you can, but you have to be a good recast, like a really good recast, spot on.
She just said we can't recast.
I know.
And also to say we need to move on from the Skywalker trilogy. So we'll see what will happen.
I mean, yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, but they're a little slow at it. I mean, obviously, I'm not expecting them to go at the pace of Marvel, but it's also the fact of what we got the Obi-Wan, which is still technically, you want to look at a part of the Skywalker saga. I bet Andor is within the Skywalker. Just like the current releases are within the Skywalker saga.
I mean, they all help and they are influenced by the films.
Mhm.
That's expected.
So, also speaking of that, I didn't watch it, but there was a new trailer for Obi-Wan, and from what I've heard, Darth Vader has a heavier presence, right?
See, I'm not saying anything. Yes, Vader is in the series. I'll tell you that. Hayden Christensen is back in the suit to play the character.
What do you mean back in the suit? Which Darth Vader is this? Is this the one from the prequel or the originals?
I mean, they're the same character, but
Same character, different actor.
Hayden Christensen, he was in the prequels. He was Anakin.
Okay. So I don't know, because like I said with you, when I saw that the teaser trailer of Obi-Wan, I kind of said it kind of minimizes kind of the impact of them meeting again in the very first movie, A New Hope.
Sure, we'll see though.
That's the thing. It's obviously a big we'll see, but it seems like they're gonna. It's almost like they have to find another something for them to split on. You know what I mean?
I do think that this could possibly even make that impact better.
True. I just hope they do it well.
I mean, I have faith in the directors.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. All right. All Out War from the Dark Knight Rises.
This is the
another
part
track
where
on Spotify.
Yeah, this was the part of the movie where the police officers are all gathered together to fight against the bad guys.
Like after the context of what you said with Star Wars, this almost seems like the race of escape. But in the context of the movie, this is the race to prepare.
Sure.
And in also another ways, it's a whole build-up track. Like it's building up to what's going to happen.
What's building
like
up
the
to?
battle that's going to happen.
Which song are we talking about?
All Out War.
Okay, that's the build-up song?
This is our build-up song.
It is built up until the very end where it does kick in. There's battle. And then, Batman beats Bane. This is probably like my favorite parts of the film. Just this track in general.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it does get you going.
Mm-hmm. I really want to watch the Dark Knight trilogy again one of these days.
Yeah.
One of these days.
One of these days.
One of these days. It's a good trilogy. And I've been thinking about the Lego Batman movie because that was one of the movies we watched. So for your heads, and one day we watched Despicable Me.
Yeah.
The Lego movie, the Lego Batman movie, and Zootopia.
Yeah.
Which I all enjoyed to some degree. Despicable Me, I'm a total kid. So I enjoyed that. Lego movie, I appreciated for what it was stylistically, but the story was eh. Lego Batman is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen, honestly.
Okay.
But obviously, there's some Batman-isms, specifically of the Joker, that just don't translate well.
Right.
And then Zootopia is a really deep movie, honestly. I haven't really been able to process that, but it's not bad.
Yeah,
Really,
and
it's
it's
good.
like
It's just
taking them
deep.
so long to like do another thing with Zootopia that people have been wanting to see.
Yeah. I just we'll see if this new thing will be good. I mean,
For me, like the hype has died down for me
uh-huh.
tremendously because it's been so long,
Mm-hmm.
but not as long as Incredibles.
It's true. I I mean, like I felt like Zootopia ended in a way, and I felt content with it ending.
Sure.
But I'll watch whatever the new Disney Plus show is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next track, the Lord of the Rings track, Breach of the Deeping Wall.
Mm-hmm.
This scene, it feels like the battle, or the
Yeah.
walk into battle in some
This is the
cases,
battle.
or like the almost in some ways almost like an abstract look of the battle. Like it feels like a map view of what's
You're
happening.
looking at the different pieces of the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Things are happening. You're looking at this side. Oh no, this side's advancing. Now this
Mm-hmm.
side is got the upper hand. Oh, but let's advance back, and it goes back and forth,
Yeah.
which is pretty much what happens during this part of the film. It's a lot of back and forth. I
Cool
love these
track.
movies. I love these movies.
I can't wait to watch them.
I know.
And then we got Return of the Jedi, which kind of feels like that glimmer of hope
Yeah, it's like the
moment.
hope for at the end. We're going
Yes.
through all this battle. Now we're at our last stand, which it starts off with that last stand where Luke is about to be thrown into the sand mouth, the Sarlacc.
Oh, so this is at the beginning of the movie?
Yeah. Half of this song plays in the beginning. Half of this song is during the final battle. It's weird.
That is weird.
It's weird. This is part of like the remastered soundtrack where they add things together,
Mm.
which I don't love, but it makes it convenient because I can just put this song instead of just having those two songs here. So
Uh-huh. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I personally would appreciate things more if it was more like in the order of what's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
yeah, and you can still get those tracks, but this is what they remastered with, which I don't love because when I do play in order, it's out of order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I want to listen to my thing in order. And if you do something like this, then make a version where you can access both versions or something, you know?
sure. But anyway, for the purposes of this battle mix, this was suitable.
Good. I'm glad it was. But yeah,
And this
so
playlist almost has 100 views. And most of them is just me listening to songs over and over again, figuring out
yeah.
the placement.
What were like some tracks that you wanted to add to this?
Like I said earlier, the Green Goblin track from Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, that. Sorry, because obviously when you say Green Goblin, I think of Defoe. So
Right.
okay, gotcha. That's what you meant.
And that was it. Um, Lord of the Rings in general. There's a lot of battle music.
Mm-hmm.
But I chose this one. I held back on Star Wars because I wanted to give other things a chance. I think I had a good list here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I I don't think there was much others that I would have added.
Mhm.
So I think this was fine.
Mm-hmm.
So final thoughts on the battle mix.
I mean, I feel like I'm just gonna end up repeating myself. Like it's nice, consistent. Flows pretty well. Pretty enjoyable.
Okay.
So
All
is
right.
this your
Yay.
next playlist?
Yay! I'm done with the battle mix. Yeah.
Is
So
this the next playlist?
the next playlist is from a band called Hey Ocean. They're a pretty smaller based band. I don't listen to them a whole lot, but there's a reason why I'm choosing this band. We're
Okay.
taking I'm giving you a little break from soundtracks to listen to this band. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
I will tell you why later.
Okay. I also need to think of something to send you.
Right, because it's mostly just me.
Yeah, no, just one.
Yeah,
Let's think about it. Sorry. Wow.
you're blessed.
No. I've sent you 2 things. You sent me besides this 3 things.
Okay.
We've done Daft Punk and 2 soundtrack.
I've also
mixes.
made a bunch more.
I know you've made more. I'm just saying what we've talked about on the podcast.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I need to do something for you now
Cool.
as well. So I will try to think about that and send you something
Nice.
at some point.
I can listen to music and not have any thoughts about it.
Oh my gosh. Do you have any thoughts of what you would want from me?
Nope.
Nope. All right, I will say I have been listening to a lot of K-pop lately, so.
Oh boy.
You're welcome, John. Maybe I'll force you that new Psy song.
Anyway, again for
Do
you.
you like Gangnam Style?
No.
Or no?
I don't really like
Okay.
it, but it was the meme.
Okay. It was the meme, but I do honestly like the song. So
Yeah,
that's
that
just
was
me.
about 10 years now.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Crazy. So yeah, Hey Ocean is the band for you people listening, the YouTube people. You should listen to them. They're very, I don't know, underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, I don't really listen to a whole lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I listen to some to get this playlist going. Just to show you a new band. Quote unquote new that's been old for about 10 years now. So there you go.
Okay.
All right. Anything else to talk about for today? What do we got?
Not much on my mind.
Cool.
Not much I can think of. I'm just bluffing at trying to think of something, but I can't really think of something.
Cool.
Yeah.
In that case, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Oh, wait. I just thought of something.
Cool.
And your answer might be no, that you might just turn this off. But I'll still give this a shot. Chip and Dale.
What about it?
Did you watch it or not? I haven't, but
I have not, but I know things about it.
yeah, me too. Bro, this is what we were expecting Multiverse of Madness to be and more.
It is. It really is. I'm surprised that they actually did the thing that I didn't think that they would be doing.
And nobody would think that they would do that.
Because it's pretty much a successor to Roger Rabbit. a proper successor to Roger
Mhm.
Rabbit, including
But bro,
more things than just Disney.
they put in so much.
They
The
did.
heck?
They did.
You know the big one, right?
Now, gotta go fast.
I can't believe that happened.
I'm happy that they did that.
Me too. It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It is.
It is hilarious. They did work.
Uh-huh. Um anyways, I don't know if this would interest you, but uh the voice actor Baloo
Okay.
was voiced by Stephen Curtis Chapman, aka CCM Legend.
Meaning
Yeah,
what?
you don't know music. Your
Yeah.
mom would know. Your mom would know. Tell
Would
your
she though?
mom.
Would she though?
Does she like music?
I don't know.
Listen, this was of her time. Like 90s. Stephen Curtis Chapman. She should know.
Uh,
When you watch it
Sure.
with her, say, "Oh yeah, Baloo was voiced by Stephen Curtis Chapman." Tell me how she reacts.
I don't
Point
think I
out
don't
in the end
think
credits.
she would not care. She'd be like, "Oh, that's neat," and that'd be the only thing she'd say about it.
Why is your family so unreactive, John?
It's because it's because I'm me. I mellow them down so much.
Anyways,
Anyway,
for one who's never seen Chip and Dale, I really want to watch the movie. Not to say I don't want to watch Chip and Dale 1 these days, maybe. But like just for what the heck this movie is, I really want to see it. You know what I mean?
okay. I mean, I'd recommend Roger Rabbit first,
That's fair. But
just to get more of that
the gist,
style.
yeah.
And like Roger Rabbit is a technological achievement of its own. Crazy. Anyway,
All right.
thank you guys for listening. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.